Web analytics tools can give you a mountain of data. You can use this data to measure progress towards your specific goals. But you'll want to customize your analytics a bit to make sure that you're tracking things that really matter to you. Let's hear from Mike, who has done just that for his hot air balloon business.
When you're on this process and when you're on this learning curve that I've been over the past year, it's so easy to lose your way and lose track and stray off the plan which you've set yourself, which of course then detracts from your ability to achieve your goals. So by creating these sort of set targets and monitoring their effectiveness, which is so important. So by having goals and clear goals as part of my overall strategy, I'm able to then clearly measure, has that got me closer? Am I closer to achieving those goals? And have the changes I've made delivered measurable benefit?
Okay, so you've taken your business online for a reason, right? Well, just about anything you hope to achieve with your website can be tracked and measured using web analytics. Conversion is the word commonly used to describe what happens when a website visitor completes a goal. And by now, you know that web analytics tools have the ability to break down lots of data about your visitors and what's happening on your site. This gives you lots of information that can help you get more out of those conversions. Let's go back to our guesthouse example, just to see how important goals and tracking conversions can be. Let's say you sign into your web analytics tool and start looking at the numbers. The first thing you see is that your guesthouse website had 10,000 visitors last month. Now you compare that to last year's numbers from the same month and you see that your website visitor count is up by 5,000. That's great, right? Well, not necessarily. Visits alone won't help your business move forward. And without understanding the value of those visits, it's really hard to figure out what to do with this information. Let's try to understand a little bit more about the value of those visits. Maybe you look at some reports and you notice that the average visitor spends 2 minutes on your website, which is about the same as last year. Now we're starting to learn a little more, but we're still not really getting to that business value of those visits. Is 2 minutes enough time to make that valuable visit, or is it too little? The truth is, we don't know. Just looking at stats like these really limits our ability to make any decisions. What we need is data that can very clearly show the value of these visits to your business. Then you can really start to use your web analytics tools to show you the things that you can be doing to constantly improve. Which brings us nicely back to the very basics. Understanding what it is that we want to achieve online. So, for your guest house, you probably want a website where people can reserve a room online. So a completed reservation is definitely a goal that you want your analytics tool to be tracking. Now that's one down. But have a think about what other goals your guest house might have. What else can people do on your site that's valuable to your business? Well, you might want to let them know where to find you. So how do you use an analytics tool to measure that? Well, if you want people to visit the page on your site with a map and directions, you could consider that a goal and configure it as a conversion. Maybe you want them to sign up to your email newsletter. That way you can send them special offers and keep them up to date with exciting news. If they sign up, they're telling you that they're interested in your guest house and you're giving them an opportunity to contact them. That's really valuable. So completing the sign-up form is another goal that you might track. You can find all kinds of goals that can be tracked as conversions inside web analytics and use them to show you the real value of what's happening on your website. Once you've figured out your goals, you'll need to configure them in your web analytics tool. The process of doing this can vary, but it's usually pretty painless. Once that's done, looking at the reports in your web analytics tool will become much more productive. Now, instead of simply looking at how many visitors you've had or how long they spend on your site, you can start seeing reports showing the things you really care about. You might learn that only 2% of your visitors coming from social media sites are signing up for your email newsletter, and now you can do something about it. Like posting on social media and offering a 10% off discount when people sign up for that newsletter. Maybe you find out that your reservation rate jumps from 3% to 6% on weekends. So why not adjust your advertising campaigns to advertise more heavily over the weekend when people are more likely to take action? You see how this is all starting to come together? Great. Now you're getting the hang of what web analytics tools can do for you. Just remember, you'll get the most out of these tools if you use them to measure your specific business goals. Now go out there and start analyzing.